Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Look, if you have ever felt completely daunted by the idea of jumping ship to a brand new operating system, well, take a deep breath because you are in the exact right place. Today, we are demystifying Ubuntu. I'm going to be your mentor on this journey, and I promise you, migrating to Ubuntu is easy, it's incredibly accessible, and best of all, it's completely free. So let's make that transition together and see what this whole system is really all about. Here is a quick roadmap of our session today. We'll start with the Ubuntu Philosophy, then move through your first steps to stability, navigating your new desktop, mastering daily productivity tasks, exploring the Software Center, and finally joining the global community. Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1. Welcome to Ubuntu Philosophy. You know, Ubuntu isn't just a piece of software. It's a global community. Archbishop Desmond Tutu once beautifully explained that a person with Ubuntu is open and available to others, knowing that he or she belongs in a greater whole. That word itself actually has ancient African origins and roughly translates to humanity to others. The creator of Ubuntu, Mark Shuttleworth, wanted to bring that exact spirit into the software world. His goal, to create a Linux for human beings. And what that really means for us is that it's built for you. It's designed to be universally accessible to absolutely everyone, regardless of your language, any disabilities, or your technical background. And that brings us to a really important acronym, FLOSS. That stands for Free/Libre Open Source Software. Now, what's absolutely crucial here is that word free. We aren't just talking about zero monetary cost, though, yes, it is completely free of charge. We are talking about freedom. It's software that is free to use, free to share, and free to develop. Driven by the GNU General Public License, or GPL, it ensures that anyone can inspect the code, improve it, and then share those improvements with the world. There are no hidden licensing fees here, just pure collaborative maintenance. It's like a giant puzzle that everyone gets to help build. Moving right along to Section 2, First Steps to Stability. So, you've just installed Ubuntu. Awesome. Now what? Well, here are 3 essential steps to take right after you log in to get that long-term stability. First, run the Update Manager. This ensures your system is perfectly secure and up to date with the latest bug fixes right out of the gate. Second, set up your user accounts and cloud syncing with Ubuntu One. This is absolutely crucial for personalizing your space and backing up your files. And third, just explore the desktop. Seriously, you cannot permanently break the system just by clicking around. If things ever get a little messy, actually, scratch that. When they get messy, because you're exploring, you can always just create a fresh user account and boom, return to square one. Now, if you're used to legacy proprietary systems, you probably know the dread of computer crashing viruses, right? Or those forced hour-long updates that just completely interrupt your work right when you need your computer the most. So the crucial point is that Ubuntu Linux is built entirely differently from the ground up. It has incredibly robust, built-in defenses. It uses something called AppArmor to tightly restrict what applications are actually allowed to do. It demands mandatory password authentication before any major system changes can be made. And it features awesome services like LivePatch, which applies critical kernel fixes without you even needing to reboot. It gives you total peace of mind. All right, Section 3, Navigating your new desktop. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just how beautifully clutter-free the Unity desktop interface is. If you're used to a screen littered with dozens of random shortcut icons, this is a breath of fresh air. Instead of chaos, you have this sleek, unobtrusive background with a super helpful launcher positioned neatly on the left side, totally ready to hold all of your favorite go-to applications. To truly feel at home here, we're going to follow a very logical progression. Step 1. Master the visual desktop navigation we were just talking about. Step 2. Manage your files and folders using the incredibly intuitive graphical interface. And only then, Step 3. Explore terminal basics. Rest assured, we are going to fully master the visual desktop and basic file management well before we ever touch the command line. You absolutely do not have to be a tech wizard to use this for your daily tasks. Next up, Section 4. Mastering daily productivity tasks. Let's talk about your daily routine, because Ubuntu brings immediate, practical value the second you turn it on. For web browsing, it comes pre-installed with Firefox. For email management, you get Thunderbird. For all your documents, presentations, and spreadsheets, you have the LibreOffice suite, which, by the way, is fully compatible with Microsoft Office files. And for cloud storage, there's Ubuntu One. These full-featured default programs give those expensive commercial suites a serious run for their money. I mean, you are saving hundreds of dollars right out of the box, all while easily managing your actual daily workload. It's the whole shebang. And chances are you already know how to use these. Just look at the familiar icons for Thunderbird and Firefox here. If you have ever used these tools on other platforms, you are going to feel right at home with your web and email tasks on Ubuntu. The learning curve is surprisingly gentle. Which brings us to Section 5, Exploring the Software Center. But hey, what happens when you need an application that isn't pre-installed? And this brilliantly illustrates the solution, the Ubuntu Software Center interface. It is incredibly straightforward. It's a central hub where you can easily discover, install, and read reviews for literally thousands of validated applications, all from this single window. It categorizes everything perfectly, from games to audio editors to developer tools, without you ever needing to open a browser and scour the web. Here is how powerful it really is. You can search by category, you can filter by provider, like official canonical partners, and you can even test drive software without actually installing it. How cool is that? Plus, keeping with our earlier security theme, any installation requires your administrator password. This simple, mandatory step prevents unauthorized changes or malicious software from sneaking onto your system. Adding or removing apps is genuinely just a secure click away. Finally, Section 6, Joining the Global Community. Let's move to and see how this builds your ultimate support network, because there are different resources tailored for exactly what you might need. The Ubuntu forums are your best bet for general help and beginner issues. Ask Ubuntu? That's fantastic for finding highly upvoted, very specific technical answers. And Locos, or local communities, are absolutely perfect for in-person regional advocacy and support. Remember, to use Linux is to become part of a huge global community that's ready to help. If you ever run into a real-world problem, participating actively in these forums is the absolute fastest way to solve it. So you've mastered the desktop, you've secured your system, and you've officially joined the global community. Here is my final question for you. Are you ready to unlock the true power of the terminal? You've officially graduated from basic desktop use, and the command line is your next exciting frontier in Linux. Dive in, keep exploring, and most importantly, enjoy your new Ubuntu system. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer.